Hi everyone. So in this video, we are going to see what are the local properties in LWC. Okay, yeah. So I hope you are watching this video after watching the how to create your Lightning Web Components basics. Okay, how to create your first Lightning Web Component video is already available in our drive, and I hope you are watching this video after watching that video because that will give you the basic idea about how to create your basic Lightning Web Component. Okay, so that it will be easy for you to understand this video. Okay, so in this video we are going to see the local properties. Okay, so I have already told you in the folder structure that when you want to create a Lightning Web Component, three files will be automatically created, right? We have the three files called as the HTML file, the JS file, and the meta file, right? So we have already seen that. So this local properties, we are going to do it inside the JavaScript file. Okay, we all know that JavaScript is our controller, right? So it is going to act as a control for our components. So we are going to write all our business logic inside this JavaScript. So to write the JavaScript code inside our Lightning Web component, we have to know the basics of local properties. Okay, so let us quickly jump to the VS Code now. And I hope you know how to create a Lightning Web component, right? So now we are going to create one Lightning Web component. Go to your view and click the view and go to the command palette and just choose the create Lightning Web component. Okay, so choosing this one will be asked to give your file name. Okay, so what we are going to do in this video is we are going to enact a course, okay, course details printing. Okay, so you all know how to you all just joined the AJSD development, right? And we all gave our details, the first name and last name and email and all those details we have provided to the institute, right? So we are going to see the same thing here. What we are going to see here is we are going to store all our details. Okay, it might be a trainee details, right? So inside the local properties, and we are going to try to display the same in the template, but that is the second part that we are going to see it as a separate video. So in this video, we are going to create the local properties to store all our course details. Okay, so to have a meaningful name of the file name, I'm going to give the my course as my file name. Okay, this is my component name. Okay, my course is my component name. Let me just give enter. So I'm going to store my component in the default directory, LWC directory. So let me give the enter here also. Okay, so once the enter is given, the Lightning Web component is getting created here. Okay, so this is my Lightning Web component, and once we create a Lightning Web component, automatically three default files will be created. I have told you already, right? So the HTML file and JS file and XML file. Okay, in the JS file, inside this JS file, we are going to write some logic. Okay, to write the logic, we should know the basics of the local properties. Okay, so we have learned in the basics of JavaScript that the class concepts, right? So I have told you in the folder structures also that the components uh, logic, we are going to write it inside the class only. Okay, the components logic will always reside inside the JavaScript class. Okay, so if this is a class, then we can have properties, right? We can have properties. We have already learned the basics of JavaScript that so the classes can have both properties and methods, right? So the methods part we will be learning later. Okay, but you should know that there is also methods. Okay, so the properties are nothing but the variables. Okay, so when it comes inside the class, it is called as properties. Okay, the methods are nothing but the functions. When we are writing it inside the class, it is going to become the methods. Okay, so this is the basic idea. So how to declare the local properties? Okay, so we are going to declare some local properties here, and we are going to see different data types. Okay, we have learned in the basics of JavaScript the different data types, right? So let us apply all those things. How to declare the local properties with those data types. Okay, say for example, I'm going to write the first name. Okay, first name. Okay, first name is going to be one of my property. Okay, so I have told you in the basics of JavaScript that if a variable or property is declared and not initialized, okay, not initialized, it is going to have a value of undefined, right? It is going to have a value of undefined. So if first name is my local property, if I don't give any initialization here, it is automatically going to be undefined. Okay, but this time I'm going to give some value here. Okay, let us have a value. Say for example, I'm going to have AJ. Okay, this is my first name. Okay, So automatically this becomes my property of my class, my course. My course is my class. Okay, that is the components class, and inside that my course class, I have the first name as my property. Okay, and it is of the data type of string. Okay, it is of the data type of string. Okay, so let us have one more property, last name. Okay, let us have it as skill. Okay, the name, the value is going to be skill. Okay, and let me have one more. So these two are actually, why naturally it is becoming the string, because we have assigned the value. That is the beauty of JavaScript, right? So the variables get there, the properties get their data type based on the values assigned to them, right? So if you assign a string value to it, it will become a string. And if I assign, say for example, I'm having days. Okay, so days is equal to, I'm going to say 90. Then the days becomes a number data type. Okay, so that's how the data type of the properties changes based on the values assigned to it. Okay, so let us have some more different data types. So we have seen the primitives, right? We will see one more non-primitive one. Okay, the non-primitive one will have the course. So I'm going to have the course as an array. Okay, the array of all my chosen courses. Say for example, I have chosen the admin and Apex and LWC and all. Okay, so this is actually a array. So this is an array property. Okay, so here we have declared a string property, and this is a number property, and this is going to be the array. Okay, fine. So these are all the local properties we have declared with the different data types. Okay, so the next one we'll declare the object. Okay, object data type. So I'm going to have a QA slot as my object. Okay, this is my object. I hope you all remember how to declare the objects, right? So I'm going to declare here with the object literal. Okay, we have learned in the basics of JavaScript how to declare an object literal, right? So object literal, first I'm giving the object name and giving an equal to, and you all know that object means it's going to be a curly braces, right? If this is the syntax, then it means that QSLot is a object. Now inside this object, I can have the key value pairs. Okay, say for example, I'm having a session. Okay, session is going to be one of my property of this particular object, and it's going to have a value of 8 p.m. Okay, and don't forget to give comma as a separator between your uh, key value pairs. This is my first key value pair. The next one is going to come down, so it is going to have the timing. Okay, timing is going to be 8. Okay, and the last one is going to be duration. Okay. Duration is going to be 1 hour. Okay, so this is how we'll be declaring the object, right? Now this object has become the property of my course class. Okay, so this is one thing, and we have declared here an object. Okay, this one data type also we have seen, and the last one we will see as the boolean one. Okay, is slot available. Oh, sorry, slot available. Okay, is equal to, let us have. Okay, so this now becomes a boolean. Okay, so these are the different data types we have declared inside this particular class, my course. Okay, so these becomes the local properties. Okay, okay, so this is the local properties. Now there should be some way to bring these values to my UI, right? My UI is nothing but my template. Okay, so the users will be having the access to the template only, right? We can show our template as the user interface to our viewers, users, right? So if I want to show this JavaScript values in my template, then I should know some concept, right? That's what we're going to see it in the next video. Okay, so in this video we are learning the local properties. So we have declared something inside this JavaScript. Okay, now we have to do something in our template also, right? We will do one thing. I will do the empty lightning cards we can have now. Okay, so let us declare lightning card. Okay, so lightning card will actually create a card like a thing, so our display will look very neat. Okay, so lightning card, it will have a title as an attribute, and I'm going to give as my course details. Okay, fine. So I'm going to close this, and inside this, okay, inside this, am I writing the spelling correctly? No. Okay, yes, now it's correct. Okay, fine. So inside this, I'm going to have a div. Okay, let us just have our display neatly, so that in the next video, we'll be putting all our JavaScript values inside this. Okay, that we have to learn in the next video. First, let us have the UI part neat. Okay, so let me declare a div. Okay, in this div, I'm going to have a class. Okay, I hope you all know what is the SLDS, right? We have the SLDS designing system, right? So in that we have learned the basics of class. I'll use a basic class. Okay, let me use a basic SLDS class, and I'm going to use padding and around and media. Okay, fine. So inside this div, we are going to leave some empty space. So inside this, we have to display the JavaScript local properties. We have to show it to the user, right? So let me do one thing. I have already created one component, okay, that will display all the values. Okay, I have created a demo component. So that is what the expected thing. Okay, we have created the local properties here. And with this local properties, we should have some means to display all our properties inside the template. Okay. So how it will look in the template, I have done already a hands demo. Okay. Let us see that. Okay. To see that first, also we'll also deploy this particular course also. Okay. To make this my course component visible in our org, we have to make one more configuration. I hope you all know that. Go to the meta file, and here you have to make the is exposed as true. Okay, make the is exposed as true, and inside this give the targets. Okay, so targets, inside the targets tag you have to give the target. Okay, so we are going to tell where all this component should be visible in the org. Okay, I'm going to make it as lightning app page. Okay, and again another target I'm going to give, and I'm going to give lightning home page. Okay, and target I'm going to give in the app page. We have made it visible, right? But let us also make it in that record page also. Okay, so these are the places where my component will be visible. Okay, so if you don't give this configuration, your component will not be visible anywhere. Okay, so let us save this also. So all my three files are now ready, but our HTML is going to have an empty card. Okay, we don't have anything to display now. Let us see how it looks in the org. Okay, let us just deploy this. I hope you all know how to deploy the component, right? So right click on your folder and just go to the deploy source to org, and let us go to our org. Okay. Okay, got deployed. So deploying the component will make your component available in your org. Okay. So now let us go to the org. Okay. How will you go to your org? So you have a means to go to your org, right? So from here we can go to our org. So this is an open org, right? This is the way to go to your org easily. Just click this. If you have connected your org in the from watching the previous video, you'll be able to go to your org easily from here, right? So we'll go to the org, and yes, it takes some time to open our org. Okay, now org is opened. Fine. Okay, actually we have made our component visible in the home page, right? Let us go to the home page, go to your app launcher, and type home. Okay, and in this you go to your home, and yes. So now here you can see here, this is the component I have created already for the demonstration purpose. Okay, so you can see here whatever things we have put it inside in our org, right? In the properties, local properties, it is visible here, right? So let us see that. Okay, so this is how I want the expected output. Okay, that concepts we'll be learning in the next video with the help of data binding. But in this video, we have learned only the declaration part, right? We have declared the local properties. So let us do one thing. We have created a my course component, right? Let us bring that here. Okay, go to the edit page. How will you bring here? Go to the edit page, go to the setup, and go to the edit page. And in the edit page, go to the custom components. Okay, we have the custom components down, right? So in this custom components, if you have deployed correctly the component, it will be available here. My course will be available here. So just click and drag it here. Okay, so we will place here, and you'll be able to see your component here. Just to save this. Okay, and go back. So when you go back, you can see the component. We have created lightning card, right? But we haven't provided any information inside it, right? But this is the demo I have done. Okay. If you want to have an output like this, whatever is given in your JS as a local property, it is displaying here, right? So if I want to see this kind of output, then we have to learn the concept called as data binding. Okay. This is the purpose we are going to learn the data binding in the next video. Okay. So as of now, your component is now having an empty card and nothing is displayed inside it, right? That is what we have seen now. Okay, now let us go to the slides. So all those things, whatever I have just explained now, it is put up inside this particular slides. Okay, so as I told you, JavaScript class can have both properties and methods, which you have seen already, and it can also have multiple data types, right? We have also seen that also. And how to declare the local properties, I have also shown you a demo now, right? So this is how we'll be displaying the local properties. Okay, so we can also just declare an email also. I have missed there, right? So you can also declare an email as a local property. Okay, that's also going to be in a string only. Just put it inside this. Okay, so AJ skill development, right? At gmail.com. Okay. So this is how we'll be declaring the local properties here, right? If we note here, we haven't provided the var let const, right? So we haven't given the scope here. Okay. So inside the class for the local properties, please be sure that that we don't provide the var let const keywords for the properties. Okay. We will just like that, we will be declaring the variables, sorry, the properties. Okay, so we don't provide the var let const keywords here. Okay, so that is why it is called as local properties of this particular class. Okay, and let us go back to the slides. So that is what we have discussed in the slides also, right? In the VS Code also. So these are the local properties, whatever we have learned. Okay, this is how we will be declaring the local properties. So actually, the declaration part is done. Now, if you want to bring all these values to your UI, that is in the template, then we have to learn the data binding that we will see in the next video. Thank you.
If you are interested to learn Salesforce, visit AJ Skill Development website. There you can find our course curriculum and you can come to know about the list of courses we are offering. We are offering Salesforce Administrator and Salesforce Development courses. To know about us and the team, you can visit our About Us section. This is an organization we are doing Salesforce training from 2018 and we have trained and guided 2000 plus candidates so far. And if you also want to know about our placement assistance, visit our placement assistance section where you can find the list of people and the category. You can see the list of people who got trained and placed from our side. You can also visit their LinkedIn pages to get to know about our training and also the feedback from the relevant trainees. Okay. And also, if you want to do the course inquiry, click on contact us. You will see the form. You can fill the form and submit the inquiry. Our team will get back to us. Thank you.